Hey y'all, Railroad Captain here, and just tell you a little bit here why they called me Captain. Yesterday I got out my historic U.S. flag, Civil War flag. It was the flag of the 13th Kentucky Infantry, U.S. And I used to be a Civil War reenactor, so I put that out for 4th of July. So I switching them out here, I thought, well, you know what, I'm gonna get the Confederate flag out. I've not had it out in years. I've not flew it in I don't know how long. And it's been way over 10 years since I was a reenactor. But at one time, back in its heyday, I was the captain of one of the largest Civil War reenactment groups in the state. And so here you've got, I had this flag made. A friend of mine, they helped me make this, and I lettered it. And we had a data sheet that, if I remember right, it was the Museum of the Confederacy in Richmond, Virginia. Apparently, last I've heard, they still have this flag in storage, the original. So we made it as close to the specs as we could of the original 6th Kentucky Infantry, Confederate Infantry's flag. Of course, this is the first national Confederate flag. This is the one that they actually used the longest. So this flag, we done as close as we could. And like I said, if you look close here, it had Vicksburg and Baton Rouge on it. It was 6th Regiment Kentucky Vols in the white, and Shiloh on your top red stripe. Now, some of y'all may find that familiar looking, and the state of Georgia changed their flag several years back. People complained, of course, that's politically correct nonsense, and so the state of Georgia done away with their federal flag and their state flag, and they went to this. And come back from Georgia on vacation this week. It was really neat to see these Confederate flags flying all over Georgia. It's interesting to me how no one complains about them when they mean exactly the same thing as the other one you're thinking of. So anyways, like I said, it's been years since I reenacted. I've reenacted a long time. I miss it sometimes. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed camping out. I enjoyed the history of it. It wasn't a cowboy and Indian type thing for me. It was an honor. We did honor guards. We went to cemeteries. We do 21 gun salutes. We do the big reenactments. Little reenactments, just something different. A lot of times, and went to other states even. And for everybody that had been a part of the 6th Kentucky at one time, here's to you. Hope everyone's doing well. A lot of you I've not talked to in years, and hope everybody's well. It's just like the politically correctness and human nature. It's gone now pretty much. There used to be a reenactment or two in every weekend pretty much in the state of Kentucky back in the day, and a lot of states, I'm sure. And of course, now they're pretty much gone. It's just it's sad. Nobody wants to learn history. They don't want to learn real history. It's too many people offended by everything coming and going these days, and it's sad. And I've never had anybody around my local area. Most everybody knows of each other, and they always knew. I go to the grocery around here. Oh, you're the Civil War guy. I saw you in the paper. Saw you on TV. La di da. And that was so cool back in the day. And when you done reenactments, people, even little kids and different people, they want photos with you and stuff. And that was such a neat thing. I mean, just it was so amazing to make people happy like that, and to be able to take part in historic things like that, and learning the drills and the way things were done back then. So we used to carry this out on the field with us, and when we were the 6th Kentucky Infantry Company C reenactment group, and a couple of times a year we would do 13th Kentucky Company D USA. And so the flag I posted, you can go on there and look at my other video from yesterday if you hadn't seen it. And that was one for our union when we portrayed Union. And they were from those groups were originally from this area, from southern Kentucky. I actually had ancestors, great-great-grandfathers that are actually buried in this area near me, that were part of the 13th Kentucky USA. And then I actually, the 6th Kentucky, as this flag says, it was actually in the area, around this area too, is where it was raised up out of, and part of the Kentucky Orphan Brigade. And then I also had 3 great-great-grandfathers that were, it could be a little confusing. They were 13th Kentucky Cavalry, Confederate Cavalry, and they were out of Eastern Kentucky. And I've actually got to go, and it was a big honor to get to find their graves and see them, their headstones and stuff with the Confederate Cavalry on them. But, you know, this is to honor everybody, North and South. They were all American soldiers. That's the one thing people tend to forget. And I think one of the other biggest things people tend to forget, you don't judge the dead. You don't judge history. It's not for you to judge it. It's not for you to be offended by it. It's for you to learn from it. And if you're an American, you be proud of it. You know, they were all American soldiers back then. And I did it to honor them, both sides, and to honor all of them from before the Revolution to today. All branches, all services. It meant something to me. It was honorable. And it should be. And the Kentucky Orphan Brigade that the 6th Kentucky here was part of, most of those did not come home. That's why they were orphans. They never got to come back to their state the whole war. And the majority of them were killed in battle. So, you know, I always think it's funny. I tell people, you know, you're big fans of you know, any sci-fi movie or Back to the Future. What you don't get is, you know, you change the past. If the past wasn't exactly the way it was, you wouldn't be here today. One little thing changes everything. So things were the way they were because that's how they were meant to be. Otherwise, you would not be here. So you know what? Enjoy being American. Be proud of America. Be proud of the South if you're from the South, and be proud of history. And even if it's stuff you don't agree with, you know what? Just don't worry about it. Let those that are honored, that it's an honor to, let it be an honor to them. And if you don't like things, you know what? Live your life. People just get out and live your life and enjoy your life, because you know what? No matter what you agree with and what you don't, or what you believe and what you don't, one of these days this life's over and it's done, and then it's gone. So, you know. So, like I say, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Enjoy it. I hope all y'all doing good. It's been cool to get to see my flags flying again, and I usually fly Southern flags, and I got to pick a Southern flag out here, you know, a new a polyester one to put up and put these back up so that they're taken care of. So, thank y'all very much. Take care. Stay cool best you can. We'll catch you later. Thanks for watching, y'all.